Hello guys, welcome back to the Media Nights. My name is Ari.
And I'm Denise.
And today we're going to be watching Oblivion. This is a 2013 film directed by Joseph Kosinski, starring Tom Cruise, and a lot of people suggested this film in our Edge of Tomorrow reaction. We had a blast watching that. It had been a long time. It had been quite a minute since we watched a good sci-fi flick like this to this scale, and we very much enjoyed Edge of Tomorrow. So when a lot of people said, hey, another one of our favorites is Oblivion, check it out. If you're into this kind of sci-fi, go watch it. We were like, you know what? Let's put it on the list. Let's check it out.
Yeah, the cool thing is that I'm a huge fan of the band M83, and I noticed when I looked into this movie that they actually were part of who scored this movie.
Oh,
so
cool.
I cannot wait. It's one of my favorite bands ever out there. There's actually a song that they did for this that I'm familiar with without even knowing that it was part of the movie soundtrack. And so I can't wait to see in what context that song is going to be playing. And I cannot wait to see what kind of artistry they're going to bring to this. It's super, super exciting.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys want to catch the full length reaction alongside us with your own copy, that's going to be available on our Patreon. And if you guys want to catch these reactions early, make sure that you hit the join button and become a YouTube member. A massive shout out to RML.
And also to Chad Ivy.
Guys, thank you so much for becoming producer nights and helping us support the channel, keeping the lights on. It really means the world to us. We're so happy to see that you guys are enjoying this. And to the rest of you who have supported us through liking the videos and subscribing, thank you so much. We just hit 300,000 subscribers. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for your support. If you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, we'll catch you guys after the movie. Oh.
Ooh, what's that?
Spaceship. Oh, it looks so dim.
Is planet Earth okay?
I know, right? What happened? Ooh, Empire State Building.
I know you, but we've never met. I know I'm dreaming, but it feels like more than that. It feels like a memory.
Interesting. Memories of a life he never had.
5 years since a mandatory memory wipe, and I'm still haunted by these dreams.
Mandatory memory wipe? That sounds really sketch to me.
It's been half a century since the Scavengers destroyed our moon.
Whoa.
Forced to leave their own dying planet. They came to take ours.
Scavengers.
We did what we had to do. We used the nukes.
Right.
Nuked the place.
Course.
What remained of humanity had to leave the Earth. We built the TET, our mission control.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
We protect the hydro rigs, which convert Earth's seawater into fusion energy for the new colony.
Whoa.
Remnants of the Scavenger army continue to disrupt the operation. Mission says we have done well, that we are an effective team.
Okay. I'm loving the visuals of this so far, like this post-apocalyptic Earth.
The sci-fi vibes are strong. Whoa.
Vic is my communications officer. She keeps an eye on me.
I bet she does.
Vic can't wait to go. Me, I'm not so sure.
He wants to stay.
Earth is still my home.
I don't know, man. I have a bad feeling about this.
Me
that
too.
whole memory wiping situation sounds sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
Why would you have to do that?
All kinds of red flags. Oh, wow. Whoa.
They are so high. Talk about a view. Oblivion.
Okay, I'm loving the score so far. So hype. Cool. I love when sci-fi movies introduce you to like brand new like tech, vehicles, weapons, outfits. Like that's where you make sure that you have fun with your story.
Careful out there.
Always am.
No, you're not.
Gotta work on that.
He's not gonna work on that.
Oh, down he goes.
Fun.
Hydro rigs are sucking seawater. You got him, Bob?
And we have tech contact.
Morning, boss.
I have two.
You have 2 drones offline. Perimeter's compromised.
Copy that. Relaying to tech. Stand by.
Yep, gonna have to fix those 2 drones.
Jack better find those drones and get them flying. Those rigs can't be exposed overnight.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah, or else the scavengers will get to them. That is rough. Rough flying conditions. Oh!
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
You're kidding.
Aren't they designed to withstand a lightning strike?
If we'd had the parts that we've been asking for, we wouldn't be running a skeleton crew down here.
Understood. We're doing the best we can. Are you an effective team?
We are an effective team.
So condescending.
I know.
Are you an effective team or are you shit? Oh, shoot.
Oh, God.
Come on, man. Getting control back.
Come on.
Tech 49.
Oh, they're gonna do the. Oh
Of
gosh,
course.
I hate that cliche. Ah. Just for once, I want to see an actual like ship
Crash.
just all, like dead. They're
I
dead.
thought
First
they
2
were gonna-
minutes of the movie.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna do something a little different once his signal disappeared, but oh well.
Got any movement?
No sign of scavenger activity, but I've got limited visibility here, Jack, due to low angle of mission.
Wonder what these scavengers look like.
Yeah, and he also was wondering why they're still fighting. Right? They lost the
Right.
war. What are you still doing here? There has to be more to this.
All right, let's go check out this drone. This little kit. Hey. That must be so nerve-wracking though that you have to fix something and you're exposed like this.
Dude, the props look amazing too.
Yeah.
I love having things in a film that feel tactile, like they
Right.
actually built the thing. The aesthetic is so clean.
You know, I read about this game.
Please don't tell me it was a classic.
Classic game.
Yeah, he seems very nostalgic.
Did he actually never live in our Earth? I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Hail Mary. 80,000 people on their feet watching this ball sail through the air.
Aww.
So sad, huh?
I
Thinking
was
about a
gonna
world
say
that once was nothing but a memory.
creates a beautiful sense of nostalgia and, you know, like missing something that you never got to experience.
Are you gonna have to fight?
Jack?
Oh, it's a doggo.
Aw.
Now go on. You gotta get out of here.
Wait, what? Is the drone gonna take him out?
Get out of here. Go!
Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Yep.
There you go, okay. Oh no, doggo, please be gone.
Those things look menacing.
Yeah.
Jeez. Out it goes.
Way to ruin a nice moment.
This is bullshit. We won the war. Now we have to leave.
Yeah.
Must be hard to leave your home behind, what you feel is your home, right?
Yeah.
It's your planet.
It's interesting because him and her are on two very different pages when it comes to this. Like you could see he's a lot more attached to Earth. Seems like there's a bit of a disconnect there.
That is awesome. He just unfolded a whole motorcycle. Yeah, look already. There's like no water there. Soon it's gonna be nothing.
What a stunning moment, like with the score and the camera just like flying across as he's driving through a wasteland like this.
Did a scavenger or another doggo? What the hell is that?
I
Ruins?
don't know.
Sir, located 172.
Do,
Sinkhole.
do not go down there.
Ted's offline in 15 minutes. After that, you're on your own.
Oh, you better get going if you want to look
Yeah.
into it. Yep. It's crazy that he's just doing this by himself, though. No backup, no nothing. Just a visual.
Yeah, he's being watched.
Requesting backup to his location ASAP.
Okay, yeah, she is calling for backup.
At least there's that.
Feels like a trap, man.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. Oh, no way. Is this the...
The library.
Is this the public library?
Yeah. Look for Jake Gyllenhaal. He must be there somewhere.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Nah, nope. Let it be someone else's problem, man. Take the day off.
Too bad it's only him and her, so
Yeah, I know.
the only person that can substitute him is,
Himself.
yeah.
What the hell?
That's the globe. That's
globe?
not it. They took out the tracker.
Oh my
yep.
God.
Ow.
It was a trap.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were waiting
man.
for him.
Oh, careful. Good job. Good job. Get out of there.
Oh, you can hear them.
Did you hear the screeching? Oh, hell no. What are those things, man?
Oh.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Oh,
Hold on.
oh no. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yep. Oh, he made it to the other side.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
please. What?
Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh, that feeling. Oh, that sucks. He was almost out. I want to get a good look at those things.
I know. They're just hiding in the shadows. Ugh. Hello? Oh! Came in clutch. Thank you.
Thank you, backup.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Dude, that drone is lethal.
Dude, they've got some massive firepower.
Ugh.
Yeah. Didn't make it. They sound super scary.
Jack Harper, Tech 49.
What?
Hey!
Oh, thank goodness, dude. I thought he was about to get shot.
I know. It took you long enough, drone. What the hell?
One problem with the software. Just one.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And you're done. That is so scary. Well, at the very least, he can uncover a bunch of knowledge from the past, right? In those books.
Yeah.
That can come in handy, given the fact that he already has an interest for it.
Right.
Wow.
Hell of a day at work, huh? Jesus.
I love the skies and the lighting, man. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Doing an incredible job here. Like, the way it bounces off the reflections looks so neat.
He just keeps getting those flashes, huh?
His fathers and the temples of his gods.
Yep. I'll be right there.
Yeah, he's already questioning his reality. He's going to start asking a lot more questions. I have a feeling.
It's interesting he hid the book from her.
Little piece of earth.
Aww.
Wait, no, what?
What?
What the hell?
Ooh!
Lady. Oh,
He was
throw her right out.
I know, dude.
So disrespectful.
You have no idea what kind of toxins could be in something like that.
It's a flower.
We are so close to the end, and the last thing that we need is you putting it all at risk.
Damn. She really is a stickler, huh?
I don't think they're trying to kill me today. Scavs. They were trying to catch me.
Yeah, they set traps.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a better alternative.
It might just be me, but I'm being very suspicious of her. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
I
like she
know.
knows more than he does.
I think so too. That even though she's like changing the topic.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that'll
She's
distract
definitely
anybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's yeah.
forget about the flower. It's all good. It's all super okay. You did
That's
no
funny.
wrong. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's a cool pool to have, having the clouds beneath you.
Yeah.
There's a place I found I'd like to show you.
That's sweet.
I'll show you something.
Hey.
Hey. Show him something.
Eh, right into the water. I wonder if this is the M83 track. Kind of sounds like them.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely see their influence in the score. It's amazing. So ethereal sounding.
The one thing I actually like is how the clean aesthetic and the whites make you feel like devoid of emotion. Even though we're
Yeah.
seeing something that's supposed to be emotional and a human connection, it still feels
Right.
very artificial.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No, it feels like,
I feel like what's going on
Not
between the two of
organic.
them. Yeah.
oh, shoot.
Oh.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah, that's not great.
You don't want that happening.
No.
But why is there a different woman in front of you?
Right. Why is he hallucinating a different woman?
And it's always the same one, too.
Yeah.
Someone who he has never met.
That looks new.
What the hell is that, dude? That a nuke? What the hell?
That's a mushroom cloud. What? How does that even happen?
It's offline permanently. Tower 49, you have put the whole operation at risk. I need to know exactly what happened.
How
What?
did they put the operation at risk?
We've got a rogue signal in grid 37. Are you seeing this?
The signal's being directed off-planet.
On my way.
Off planet.
Wait, what the hell is going on?
We cannot afford to lose another. Are you and Jack an effective team?
Oh my
Damn
god.
right we are.
Yes, they are a freaking effective team. Are you going to send supplies down there though? Because like that's what they're
No,
asking for. That's
of
what they
course
need.
not.
I feel like maybe they just don't have supplies.
I
It's
don't
not
think
as
so.
great as they're making it
Yeah.
seem.
No.
Jack?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
Gut wrenching to see all the buildings and everything lost.
Look at the Empire State, man.
Yeah.
What happened to you? That's the sound of the beacon.
Yeah.
How do you know it's not another trap, though?
I mean, at this point, do you have a choice?
The gift shop area?
Whoa.
The scavs are using the building as an antenna.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Yeah, we got to figure out what exactly
Coordinates.
it's saying. Coordinates.
What is going on? Where are the scavs? Send a signal off planet Jack.
That is a very good question. I'm concerned.
Are they waiting for round 2 of the invasion? Perhaps.
That radiation will cook you from the inside before you know it.
It's okay, Vicka. I see it.
Jack, we should keep in contact. Just let me know where you are. Do you copy?
So they have not been able to explore what's outside
Right.
that perimeter. This is all they know, too. Whoa. This does not look barren at all. It looks completely different.
It's lush and green. Some shit is going on here, man.
Yeah, that would
This
explain the
doesn't-
dog, too. Wait, what?
That was a bird.
He's got his own place? Oh,
Holy
wow.
shit.
This is where he wanted to bring her.
Yeah.
And it's not the first book he's read. Wow. Cool character reveal there. Okay. No, he's fascinated by what once was.
Duran Duran Blue Oyster Club. He's got good taste.
That's such a cool reveal, huh? Letting us know that he knows more than we thought he did.
Right. That is a crazy reveal, though. Like, you could see, like, the shirt he's wearing, the cap, like, he's really longing for that normalcy from the past.
He's got a pet. That is so disappointing. Fighting for your planet and still losing it. But why are they lying?
Why
Right? Because they
would
made
they
it
lie?
sound like it was uninhabitable.
Right.
Clearly, that's not the case. Whoa, what's
Holy
going on
shit,
here?
what is that?
something crash landing? Oh,
Oh.
it might be what the scavengers, what they sent the signal for.
Oh.
Tower, we're going offline soon, but drones are already mobile and executing. Have your tech stand down.
They want the drones to deal with it?
Mm-hmm.
Tower, you have lost enough assets for today. Keep your tech out of there. Do you copy?
Copy. Come on, I'm.
Okay, yeah, they don't want him snooping
it.
around.
Yeah.
This is sketchy as hell.
I think it's one of ours.
Whoa, what?
There's no sign of scavs.
Technician, this is your control. I'm ordering you to pull out and return to the tower immediately.
Touching down.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna take a closer look. It doesn't add up. And he knows enough to know that that's theirs, too.
Yeah. It's good that he has all this interest towards the past, right? He can recognize.
Oh, there's a person in there.
Holy shit. Where the hell did they come from? I mean, space, obviously, but.
Where have they been?
There are 4. Check it. 5 survivors.
Oh my god. After all that time. Wait, what?
Holy shit, is that not her?
It looks like her.
Oh no, the drone is here.
Oh!
Holy.
Yeah, it's cleanup. It's cleanup.
Whoa.
Stand down!
Shit.
Oh, you're gonna get in the way of the drone?
This is so freaking sketch, dude.
Okay, good. Oh, he's gonna kill her. Get her out of there.
Oh god.
Oh, he shot at the drone. Is that it?
Yeah, he's.
Gosh, that was so close. It was terminating humans. Why would they have to do that? That is programmed into the drones. They didn't just do this.
Right.
That's a scavenger.
This is so twisted, man.
I am severely mistrusting the
Oh,
people he's
yeah.
working for. I have a feeling it was all BS. Yeah, everything's
Yeah, he
changed.
brought her.
Hopefully you can still save her life.
This has to be reported.
I'll be sure and report that the drones killed the crew from one of our own ships.
Right. Welcome back.
Perhaps she's got more information. Wait, what?
What?
She does know him. What the hell?
What?
The mystery intensifies.
I love the buildup of the mystery.
Jack managed to pull you from the wreckage. But none of your crew survived.
The way she's looking at him like,
Yeah.
what is he doing here?
You've been in Delta sleep for a long time.
How long?
60 years.
60 years? Put in sleep? That is a whole lifetime.
I have to get back to our ship. It's too dangerous down there. You need to rest.
Yeah, she has no idea what kind of world they're living in now. What's that?
Don't touch me.
Your ship's re-entry was triggered by a beacon from the surface.
What was your mission?
It's classified.
Of course it is.
A lot's changed in 60 years.
Being a little bit catty over here. Okay.
They're gonna get along, huh?
Mm-hmm. Gotta mark your territory.
Exactly. That's what that is. Yeah, he can't shake it off, huh? He's like, I know you. I fantasize about you. What's going on?
Vika, do you have any memories before the mission?
Right.
I have a feeling she does.
Our job is not to remember. We don't know who she is. Or what she is.
I don't know, man. I feel like he was the only one that got his memory wiped. I'm just getting such like an
Right.
eerie feeling about her.
She's creeping me out.
Yeah,
I'm not
she
gonna
is.
lie. She's too rigid. She definitely knows more than he does. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
Hey, so I dreamt about you the other day, and it's a pretty good dream.
Swear I know you.
God, look at the reflections, man, and the lighting. Beautiful.
So aesthetically pleasing, man. I'm loving this.
I need to get the flight recorder from my ship.
Please.
They could be all over.
I need to know what happened.
So do we.
You need to know what happened.
She's offering you answers, man.
That's a resounding yes. Go with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl.
Sorry,
You were great, but
it's been awesome, but
gotta go. If she does know something, she must be freaking out.
Jack, I can't protect you.
She's got to log it in.
yep.
This one's on me.
Yeah, and he's ready to take full responsibility.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That's kind of messed up though.
She could have covered him a couple
Just
of
for a
hours at
little
least.
bit. Just at least until we can get some answers. Cause like this could affect her too, for all we know.
Imagine seeing your crew like that.
Must be so traumatizing for her. Cause like what, 60 years and this is what things look like now? That's a nightmare.
Oh, I see a lot of flags from different countries on the side of the ship.
Jack?
Oh shit. There we go.
Okay.
That looks like it.
Yep.
All right, it's time to go.
Jack, I found it.
All right. Yep. Let's head out.
Protect that shit with your life, dude. What?
Oh boy.
Are they coming over?
Ah.
Oh! Holy shit, dude.
Well, they got taken. That is it.
I think she still cares about
You're
him.
doing a
'cause
great
she,
job. Yeah, I have no idea where
know.
she stands anymore. Like she seemed actually worried.
Yeah, she seems scared.
I don't know. Maybe we were being too rough on her.
Is it just your bias towards redheads? Is that it?
Mm,
Just taking over?
can't be trusted, man.
No.
I know.
Tower 49, how y'all this lovely morning?
Not great.
Another day in paradise.
Oh.
Jack went off comm near the canyons in 1-7, requesting one to sweep the area.
What the hell? She's not saying anything.
No.
Copy 49, tasking 185 to grid 22.
Something about her look just worries me.
Like she knew, right? She's like,
Right.
okay, yeah, you're BSing me, but sure, I'll send a drone. Well, at least she covered him.
Right. Just trying to make sure that he's alive at least.
Oh, great. Taken prisoner.
And how can a man die better than facing fearful odds?
That is Morgan Freeman.
What? What is he doing in this movie?
That's what he read. Hey.
Cool.
He's a scavenger? What a badass.
You're curious. What are you looking for in those books?
Oh, he knows of him.
My memory's been wiped to protect
Security of the mission. Yes.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he knows. How?
Don't go into the radiation zone. Don't ask too many questions.
It's all lies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay in your box. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa.
God. Yep. They're all there. Scavs are human.
Is a lot. Yeah, because I wasn't sure. Like maybe they were like alien or whatever.
We're not alien, Jack. We're human.
There it is.
Old stealth fighter tech. Shields us from your scanners. Vocal scrambling.
Whoa.
Can you hear me, Jack?
That's how they explain what they've been seeing.
The drones are programmed.
To kill humans, Jack. You saw what they did to those sleep pods.
Yeah. They're programmed to cover the tracks.
We're wasting our time. The drone will track me.
Hey, what?
It's kind of giving me some Demolition Man vibes here with the whole, people underground and whatnot.
Very much
And
so.
the utopia.
Mm-hmm. That's not really a utopia.
Everything good between you two?
Of course.
You're still an effective team?
We're wonderful.
Yes.
Great.
Bitch.
Yep.
It took us decades just to crack the GPS codes.
That's how you brought down the Odyssey.
The Odyssey's compact reactor, courtesy of NASA.
NASA.
That was just one fuel cell.
They've got
Imagine
10.
what 10 of them will do.
Yeah.
Well, that's cute and all, but like, what is the plan?
We have a drone to carry it, but we can't access it. It doesn't know who we are.
But it knows who you are. Yeah, there you go. He's going to be the key
But
to
why,
that drone.
Right, but like, why would he do such a thing?
Let's see if their truth is compelling enough.
Have it carry our nuke up to the tech.
Blow up the Tet.
Screw you. We haven't got time for this.
Oh, what the hell? Just force him into it. Can't convince him.
Hey, hey!
Gonna use her. Yeah. They know he cares for her.
That's his
He's the
weak
only one that
spot.
doesn't know. Why?
Saved by the bell.
Yep. Incoming.
Jesus. Yes, tracking them all the way.
Now it knows where their base is at. It's a whole bunker. Yeah, take that thing down.
Oh shit. Whoa. Oh, there we go.
Gonna take turns. Oh shit. Ah!
Oh, nice shot. So that's how they've been taking down the drones, huh?
Oh, that dude is dead.
Never mind.
Mission to task 2 additional drones?
Please don't. Don't send more.
They'll turn this place to dust. And if you let us go, I'll call them off.
It's a huge leap of faith they have to do
There's
for
the bike.
each other.
Found the bike.
I've been to your radiation zones.
Let me guess.
If you're looking for the truth, that's where you'll find it.
He's giving you an out, man. Why would they do this?
They would never let him go if they didn't believe. It's like you said, right? How compelling the truth is.
Whoa.
Wow.
What is that, the Manhattan Bridge?
It looks like it.
No, Washington? Regardless, it was.
It was a bridge.
Yeah. I gotta say, the movie did a great job at making us suspicious of everything that's going on. Like, nothing felt just right. Also, sick cast, man.
Another day in paradise. Aww.
Smart way of communicating with her.
Mm-hmm. Now she's gonna want him to come back right away, and he's like, actually.
I found my boo now, so, sorry.
Who are you? What aren't you telling me?
Yeah, we need some information.
6 weeks to launch, deep space scanners picked up an alien object. We were reassigned to investigate. They put us all in Delta. They must have woken you and Victoria first.
Huh?
Why would they do that?
That object was the Tet, Jack.
The Tet is alien.
Who are you?
I'm your wife.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no wonder. They were real memories.
You're not who you think you are.
He must have also been put in sleep then for
Yeah.
60-something years.
I could tell you were nervous that day. He was right here, Jack.
Oh, did he propose there?
You said, look through here. And I'll show you the future.
And I held up a ring.
Yeah, he did. Oh my God.
Dude, the fact that that stayed with him even past the...
Love was strong.
Wow.
And you can see she carries all that love too.
Yeah.
My God, that's so overwhelming. Like, his entire life, what he thought was his life it's a fabrication.
Jeez.
So does that mean the bad guys won? So the aliens actually did win?
Yeah. I'm assuming the scavs are...
The good guys,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
of course.
the rebellion,
They were
I guess.
they're actual humans.
Oh, wow.
The monkey. So he subconsciously picked
Yeah.
things up that reminded him of this, but he didn't know why. I love how now this time we got the memory, but in full color and so
Yeah.
warm.
Oh, God.
Yeah, snap back to this reality. Shit. No girlfriend is not happy.
This is really messed up.
Do we
trust
trust her?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Oh, no. This is going to be bad, isn't it?
And we need to leave now.
Oh, she hates her. It was always her.
What?
She's my wife.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Mission, this is Tower 49. I'm having a problem with my technician. And he's unfit for service.
Oh, my God. Yeah. They're going to get rid of him now.
Are you still an effective team?
No,
Damn. No.
we are not an effective team.
Oh, you are. What does this mean?
I don't
What
think
is
that was
going to
supposed
happen?
to happen. Was it?
Well, we don't know what the protocol is when they say this, no?
What the hell's going on?
Wait, what?
Is that a...
The drone that he was fixing up.
There's a place I know. We'll be safe.
Going to Titan.
There is no Titan.
No.
There is no Titan.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's a
It's
fabrication.
a lie. Yeah.
I don't want to know!
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, dude, you're going to get killed. They're
That's
going to
been-
clean you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want to know. I feel like deep down she knew something was up too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Where the hell did that come from? Oh!
See?
Oh, yeah.
Now
All
that's
right.
why she's wife. There it is.
That's why she's wife.
Yep.
Hi, Jack. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Hey. Yeah, no, we haven't.
Sometimes things go wrong.
The voice going up and down.
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
I've been authorized to tell you we're going to assign you a new mission.
Right.
You and the survivor.
Sure. Yep. That manipulation.
Do not trust them.
Of course not.
It's time to come home, Jack.
They've been lying to you all this time.
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack.
That image of her too and the voice is probably not real.
No.
Also, it's just a way to connect with them.
It's so funny because what we perceived as disingenuous actually feels very artificial now. Right? Oh. What now, dude?
Oh, 3 of those. Oh boy. Show us your best dogfighting skills.
Oh.
Hang on.
I like where your head is at.
Foreshadowed this for us earlier, so. Oh yeah. Whoa! Nice.
All right, fried them.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
come
Yeah,
on.
they just came right back. Back online. Whoa. Dude, the world building is sick though.
Right?
Like the landscapes are so beautiful.
We need cover.
There.
Where? Ooh. I'm loving the mobility of the plane, right? The way it moves, like it feels current, but also very high tech in a way.
Very nice. Swap places. Now you're in the attack.
Right. Oof.
Yo! Ah!
Oh God.
Oh,
Wow.
Liberty statue.
Oh, New York, what have they done to you?
Dude, that is sick.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. Hell yeah.
One to go.
Oh shit.
Oh!
Oh, come on, man.
Only one can make it, man. Come on.
Is it gonna fit?
Han Solo would be proud. Dude, what a homage to Han as a character.
Yeah,
I wonder if he actually figured if he has a memory from.
Don't worry, we're staying out of there.
Are we though?
Oh shit. Ah.
Are we gonna die? I've got to be joking.
Maybe.
Yeah. We might just not make it.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Very nice.
Good shot.
Oh, nice.
Oh. That was a super fun action sequence.
That was awesome.
So exhilarating. I love how they use the so creatively, like the way that the ship moves, like you mentioned, they use that to their advantage quite a lot. There's that beacon again.
I do appreciate the effort that they also put in to really shoot on location for certain images, for certain shots. What? That can't be good.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's the next sucker that they lie to, huh?
Oh, he's gonna confront him. You better be careful, though. Trying to convince.
Right.
No fucking way.
No fucking way.
Oh my god, he's a clone.
What?
How many of you are out there?
Drop your weapon!
I'm speechless, dude. What the hell?
Do they all share the same memory? Like, what the hell happened here? Or did he have a twin brother? Like, what's the what's the case here? Is he gonna recognize her?
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Does he?
Oh
Yeah.
my god. He's like, that's our wife.
Oh.
Yeah, gotta disarm him. Oh, careful. Oh, he's shot?
Oh my god. You're kidding. What did you do?
Idiot.
I have to say they've done a really good job first with the body double, but also merging the scenes where they're
both together on screen at the same time? Yeah.
Dude.
Who's the drone gonna target?
This is starting to piss me off.
Yeah, we don't have time for this.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Good work.
Bro.
If they kill her off.
I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, genuinely. Like, he just got his wife back.
Don't touch.
He doesn't know what he is now.
Just hold on.
Hopefully they have like some sort of med kit or something
I
he can
hope
use.
so, dude.
I mean, come on, this is all high tech. Yeah, I've got so many questions. I did not expect that twist.
Jack Harper, Tech 5-2.
5'2". He was 4'9".
How many Jack Harpers are out there? That's an eerie
52?
question.
You think that's what it is?
At the very least, yeah. Is there also going to be another?
Oh, Vika?
Her?
Victoria?
Yeah. Dude, that would be
Damn.
so scary. Like, they've all been living this
Just over and over.
artificial life. Yeah. Wow.
This is so upsetting.
Like the themes, right? About like the meaning of your life.
Oh.
There you are.
Hi. We're still an effective team.
What's going on up there?
Oh, girl, you have no idea.
Why don't you come down with me to the surface?
Yeah, he knows it's not their fault. They have no idea.
Yeah.
Can we not do this again? I'm done talking about it.
Oh, so the other
Again.
Jack also had doubts. Or at the very least wanted to explore
Right.
the alternatives.
So that's just It's just part of him. Like his mind is just resisting.
They all have the memories,
brainwashing,
of course.
Yeah, so. Oh no.
Oh shit.
Where did he
He's
go?
not there anymore.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, dude. Doesn't it always? I don't even want to know, man. Yeah, look at this little safe haven that he created.
Yeah, it's like she knows these are things that her husband liked him.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Because like now the question is like, who's the original? Right? What happened to him? Is he the original?
I don't think so.
Has he been?
No, if it's 52 of them at the very least, I highly doubt
49.
this is any sort of original. The question is, why did they clone him specifically?
Right.
You always loved this song.
I'm not him.
Yeah.
Right. He is, but he isn't.
But I've loved you for as long as I can remember.
As much as he did.
You said when it was all over, you'd build me a house in a lake.
Wow.
I remember.
Yeah, he feels it.
Those memories are yours, Jack. They're ours.
So in a way, you are him.
Right.
Essentially. This is so trippy, man.
The hell of an existential crisis.
And I think he's conveying it amazingly with his performance too. The processing it slowly as it's happening. Like the weight of receiving that information and having your whole reality shift in that way in that short amount of time it's nuts.
I wanted to spend the rest of my life here.
You still can.
I have to go.
Yeah.
He's got that sense of duty now.
We'll come back when it's over.
Yeah, I mean, they can't just hide here forever.
There's still that big issue.
Yeah. Very emotionally poignant. I did not expect that.
But I like that contrast in the film. See, it started so artificially and it kind of feels like it's not real and artificial.
Right.
And now we got the real deal here. Oh boy.
Put the gun down, Jamie.
You had me worried for a second. Thought you weren't coming back.
Well, I had to prove him wrong.
Malcolm Beach.
Julia Harper.
Yeah.
Interesting reaction there.
Right.
He's like, oh, Julia.
Yeah. Harper.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been in the army less than a year when that unholy had arrived. Saw the moon get taken out.
Right up there in the night sky. The doors opened, and out you came.
What the hell?
Thousands of you.
Thousands.
They had taken one of our best
and used
turned them against us.
There it is.
Dude. I'm so angry for them.
So what went wrong?
Right, what changed? Because he clearly has a soul. He clearly has humanity.
50 years of watching those hydro rigs suck our planet dry. I saw you sit down. But in the rubble that day was a book. And I thought I saw a way.
Giving him that information.
When you stepped in front of that drone, saved her, I knew.
They confirmed it. They took a gamble with him.
Oh.
Could have turned out extremely, like, real wrong.
Please don't kill us.
Come on, you're making it nervous.
Oh, we're making it nervous?
Oh, I would love to be there to see that thing's face when this goes off.
For real. Send it, man. Great job with the sets, man. They're making the whole world feel so real, and then the parts that are a bit more like CGI-ish, they still look amazing.
The blend is perfect. Like, between what's CGI and what's real. Visually, this is a beautiful movie, I have to say. The aesthetic of it all, right? The vibes.
Yeah, they definitely nailed the atmosphere for sure.
The color grading.
So clean.
Yeah, it gives you that cool, artificial feeling.
It's like hospital light.
Right, yeah.
Shit. Oh, shoot. They were just waiting.
Oh!
Damn.
Oh, dude, they're gonna create so much havoc.
Oh, no. It's such a tight space, too, where they have nowhere to go.
That's terrifying, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Lost them.
Oh!
Dude, they're able to take so much damage. People just get absolutely obliterated.
Whoa,
by them.
look at that shot. Very nice. We're just tracking this thing. That was awesome. That was beautiful.
What a badass.
Come on,
Get him.
man. Take him out. He better not die. I'm going to be so mad if he does. Ooh!
Ah, gosh. That guy had it rough.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bro.
Right on, man.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, there you go. Expose that little part. Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's not good. That's really, really bad.
Ah.
Whoa!
Damn.
Dude, only 3 of these.
I was just thinking about that. The amount of destruction. Oh, no. They lost their weapon.
Oh, no. Those are his glasses.
Send the drone.
There is no drone, man.
I can take the bomb myself.
He's gonna sacrifice himself.
You know it'll swat you like a fly.
Not if I go.
What?
We'll go together.
Oh, man. He did say, right? They would die together at some point. Such a different way than they envisioned it. What an impossible decision, man.
Yeah.
That is so heartbreaking. They don't get to live their life.
Not at all. This feels so unfair.
Dream of us.
They both did a great job at selling that
Yeah.
grounded connection, you know, that really does feel like they've been together for ages.
Right. There it is.
Wow.
The score does such an amazing job at capturing the melancholy, but also the epicness. It's very sentimental, but it's also very strong at the same time.
Such an interesting balance to reach with music. Oh, right, the flight recorder.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, mission. This is Commander Jack Harper. Thank you for that fantastic wake-up call.
Your next burn will bring you up level and coast speed at 50-kilometer range where you'll hold.
My God.
Co-pilot Victoria Olsen should be up here shortly. The rest of the crew remains in Delta sleep.
Oh,
what?
How you doing this lovely morning?
Another day in paradise.
Another day in Oh my
Damn.
God. And that's where she snapped the photo.
Damn, with that context, everything it just hurts, man.
God punch, man.
Yeah.
Tech 49, I have you on approach. I'm picking up a second passenger, Jack.
It's Julia Rusakova.
Yeah, you asked me to bring her up.
We are a more effective team.
I am so curious to see what he's going to find in there.
Right.
We're accelerating toward the object.
We're gonna need full ohms burn to pull away. Initiate now.
Entering target.
Interesting. So they're getting like sucked towards it.
Imagine seeing that for the first time. You're like, what the hell is that thing? Where did it come from?
We're not getting away from this thing.
No.
This is so terrifying.
Structural overstress. Knock off the burn. Pick up copy.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
What the hell do you do in this situation, man?
I'm going to eject the sleep module.
Oh, he saved them.
I want you back there now.
Absolutely not.
That's an order.
Jack, no, we're a team.
Oh, wow. She was a real one.
Yeah.
Damn. Now I feel bad that we judged her so
I know.
harshly.
I feel really bad for
so
her.
bad. She was kind of creepy, though, in the beginning.
She was. Well, the thing is, like, his memories were of his wife, right? But Victoria's could have been of him. So she, like, you can tell, she kind of has a crush on him.
30 seconds!
30 seconds. He had to say goodbye.
Dream of us.
Dream of us. Yep. Wow, they both sacrificed themselves to keep their crew safe.
That puts their whole journey into such a different context now.
Jack!
Oh. And that is it. And he's about to rediscover whatever this thing is.
Look at this, dude. That is gorgeous.
Kind of looks like the Superman logo.
It does.
Oh my God, are all those drones?
Huh?
They are. Yeah, so it was all a lie. They had plenty of drones they could have sent.
Yeah. I wonder why they refused to.
That's my question too. Wouldn't it have helped them in their case if they actually just sent the help they needed?
There's been a pattern of insubordinate behavior recently.
No.
No. Yeah, Sally is suspicious.
Voice analysis indicates you are lying to me, Jack.
Oh, there's no way to hide it.
I want Julia to live. I want our species to survive.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Proceed to landing. Atmosphere provided.
That worked.
Okay.
I mean, he told the truth, but he didn't give anything else away.
Right. It was vague enough.
Yeah. It's like legal talk.
Right. Exactly. Allegedly.
Vague enough. It still means what it means.
This Tet thing is huge. Look at all of this.
This movie's insane, dude. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Like, it keeps throwing stuff at you. Oh my. Yeah, there it is. All of them. Begs the question, right? Life and do they also deserve a chance to?
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. All of them with the same memories. Like, all of them are you.
What do you define as human? Right? Who makes that decision?
Those are some pretty big questions.
Welcome home, Jack.
Jesus Christ.
There she is.
Yeah.
Yep. None of it was real.
So manipulative too to be Sally.
Oh, it knows exactly how to tick off.
Probably assuming that he would innately trust her, like on some subconscious level.
I'd like to tell you about something I read. A story from Rome.
Yeah.
How can a man die better?
You don't have to die, Jack. She doesn't have to die.
Sure, but they don't get to live either.
That's not the
Oh,
holy shit! Oh.
No.
Yeah, because he wanted to be there.
He saved her life. He left her in the lake house.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a hard thing for her. How do you process that? You were ready to die with your husband.
How can a man die better than facing fearful odds?
This is heartbreaking.
I am your god.
You're not a god.
Hey man, let's finish this.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Sally.
Yeah. Whoa. Jeez. Yep. Now begs the question, right? Who created Sally?
Right.
What is this thing? Oh.
Dude.
Yeah. It's so bittersweet.
It's very bittersweet.
3 years have passed since I saw your face.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Do I haunt your hours the way you haunted mine?
Yeah, I'm guessing from the night that they...
Wait, they had two?
It's another tiny human.
Yeah. Civilization is starting again.
Wow.
For 3 years, I searched for the house he built.
Oh, it was him
Holy
narrating.
shit.
52.
Oh, number 52.
He got away.
I am Jack Harper, and I am home.
Wow.
Jeez. What do you make of that, huh? Another Jack Harper. But all of them are him.
Yeah, they're all him.
They're all him. They all share the same core memories, I guess, right? And the same personality, same everything.
Because like you said, like I know him, like I know myself. He was never going to let it go, right? Trying to figure out what happened with the wife and all that stuff.
Wow. This was a really interesting sci-fi flick. I think tonally very different from what we just saw with Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow was like the cool kind of, awesome action type of sci-fi. This had a lot like more profound moments. And I think very big questions that it's asking, like identity,
right?
And what it means to be human, what it means to be you, what makes you, your taste, your memories, humanity, right? That's what makes you human, consciousness and all of these different things. And I feel like they ask some very important questions here, some very big questions that are very existential in nature.
Very.
I think the only thing that I wish they would have done is address those questions and maybe give us a bit more of an answer to those questions, because they kind of like just ask those questions and let the viewer decide what does all of this mean.
Right.
Which I think it does kind of allow the film to end in a way where it leaves the audience thinking about the film and thinking about what it's trying to say. But you have to look for those answers yourself, the same way that Tom Cruise's character is looking for his own answers about what it all means, which I think is pretty cool to leave your audience with that feeling. But at the same time, I kind of wish they would have chosen a strong direction and say, this is what we think. That's kind of like my takeaway, at least for the themes. I very much enjoyed them. I thought they were, again, deep.
Right.
The visuals were outstanding. And yeah, this movie had a very different tone than what I was expecting. When a lot of people suggested this in Edge of Tomorrow, I guess I was kind of expecting something in the same vein. But I love sci-fi, and I love how versatile it can be and how different it can feel depending on the tone and where you want to take the story. And I thought this had just this ethereal, clinical feeling to it from the very get-go that's just eerie. And what's the term where you see a face but you know it's not really human, it's not a real thing? There's a term for it.
Like uncanny valley.
Yeah, exactly. Uncanny valley. So the whole film kind of feels that way, where you're like, there's something off, but I can't put my finger on it. Very obvious and right in your face. I feel like the whole corporate kind of vibe you get from, wherever it is that they're working for, and how they're clearly hiding stuff from them, and the whole, we're going to wipe your memory. It's sketchy. Right. And I feel like that feeling never goes away throughout the film. And the more you uncover, the more questions you must ask. And I love how the film keeps that going, where you think it's one thing, but then by the end of the film, it just turns into something way bigger in scale.
Right.
That, there's no way you could have guessed it was this by the beginning of the film.
Yeah. I agree with you when it comes to the questions that they were asking. When it comes to sci-fi, the tone of this was very different from what I'm used to with sci-fi in general. It felt a little bit more melancholic and almost nostalgic, like right from the get-go, right? And that's because the way we're introduced to Jack, right? It's like he's stuck in this bubble, this job, right, as a mechanic essentially, and he's not fulfilled, right? And he's wondering about so many things, and he's asking these questions, and he doesn't feel like he fits in, and he just can't understand why until he gets those answers, right? The whole clone thing was a really fun plot twist that I did not see coming.
That was a great moment.
And like in retrospect now, it makes sense when, well, I don't know the character's name in this, but when Jaime Lannister in this, sorry.
Yes, we all know exactly who you're talking about.
When he's like, what makes you think that he's different from all the others or all the rest? You're like, all the rest of whom, right? But now you're like, oh, from all of the other clones.
I'm sure if you rewatch this movie, it just adds a completely different layer to it with those moments.
Yeah, and I love when movies do that because when there are these kinds of plot twists and when the foreshadowing is done well, when you plant those little seeds early on, by the time you rewatch it, it's like you're watching an entirely different movie.
You catch a lot more things.
Yeah, you catch a lot more little nuances here and there, and I love when movies do that. That just really adds to rewatchability, right? I feel like they should have taken some kind of stance to the profound questions they were asking. Just some kind of take, I feel like, because I feel to me, and that's a preference, it's not necessarily a criticism, I feel like you should take this moment to kind of theorize, right? Or say something, even if it's been said before, kind of take a stance. Like they do kind of answer the question about, humanity and personality and consciousness and, who are you? What makes you you? They kind of suggest that, you can't really eradicate who you are deep down, especially deep emotions like love. Clearly, they don't really fade. Even when you go through a memory wipe.
They're
right?
all him. Yeah.
They are all him. And we also see that, again, now it makes sense that Vika or Victoria, why she was the way that she was, right? Like you can tell that the real version of them, in the ship, like you can kind of tell that she kind of has a crush on him. She's kind of,
She wanted to be the one.
She wanted to be the one.
It's also sad.
And
right, that in every version of her, she's always gravitating to being her partner,
right?
And she's never the one.
She's never the one, and it's so funny that she's saying like it was always her. So that begs the question: how much did she remember? Right? How much of the memory wipe worked on her? I think that's also an interesting thing to look into, right? Because it happened with Jack. There's no reason to assume that it wouldn't happen with her.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's interesting because it's, you know, it kind of comes down to the question of like, how do you define love, right? It's a little bit more than just hormones, clearly, like the way it suggests in this movie. There are certain memories that are just burned so deep into who you are, into your core, that there's no eradicating it.
You can't separate it.
Right. There's no separating it from yourself. So like there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there when it comes to human connection. I have to say those questions worked really well with the atmosphere that they provided. It's like you said, the uncanny valley feeling of it, very clinical, very clean, but also aesthetically pleasing, right? It's like when you go into a hotel room, most of them are like tones of beige usually, or like tones of white, and it's all very cohesive, but it doesn't have that human personality, right? And we see that when we are finally taken to the lake house, which is more rustic and very human and homey.
Cozy.
Yeah, like
feels like an actual home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like you have those, you know, the books and the dust and, you know, all these little things that he collected over time that meant something to him. Is it really cohesive? Stylistically, no, but that's because that's what makes it work.
It's the human error, right?
Exactly.
It's the imperfection. It's not an error. It's what we gravitate towards, and how love can, you know, true organic love presents itself in different shapes, sizes, colors, and we're into all sorts of things. So having all that in one place, like a safe bunker of things that he's into, is kind of like a way, like leaving behind a sort of, you know, like those time capsules where people just kind of like put the stuff that they love, and, you know, for other people to find later and you know, decades later. That's what this place feels like he's subconsciously like building his home, and it kind of, obviously he's not doing it for this reason, but it ends up becoming that at the end when his other version finally gets to this home. He's like, I've had dreams about this place.
Yeah.
I've had the same dreams that this man had. The things that I love are the things that he loved. I am him. Therefore, he gets to walk into a home that feels like his, you know, to a wife that is his. And it's just it's so mind blowing to think about. But I thought it was really delivered in such a clever way. Like that final moment.
It really was. I didn't expect like the sentimentality that we ended up getting from this. You know, I think that was a very smart choice. Usually this kind of sentimentality, you get it in like, you know, time travel movies or like time loop movies where, you know, it's like, you know, something is going to happen. You get introduced to a character and they don't know what's going to happen. You have a lot of subtext there. You have a lot of opportunities for these buried emotional moments. And they got to introduce that here, which was a very pleasant surprise for me, especially, you know, when you think of it also from Julia's perspective, right? Because like she had her husband, so the original, right? And then she met his clone who sacrificed himself, and now there's another clone, right? Most likely the last one of him that is out there, because the Tet was very realistically destroyed. So like, how do you take all of that in? Right? How does she react? Like that is her husband, but it's not the guy who
who you had your kid with.
Right. But
but it is.
Biologically speaking, it's his offspring.
It's so bizarre.
It's very bizarre. And I just wish like, you know, that's all the fun, that's all the juice. I feel like I would have loved to get a little bit more from that, a little bit more dialogue about that between Julia and Jack.
I feel like this topic has been discussed too, where it's like, if we are ever able to have the technology, right, to extract your subconscious and consciousness and personality and who you are, copy it and place it into a hard drive that essentially acts like your new brain, and you are now in a recreation of your body, right?
Right.
Is that you? That is a question. Is that thing you, since it's a perfect copy of who you are? And what happens to like, and then you get into like there's a lot of fascinating aspects of it. Cause then if you go into the religious route, which most of the times can conflict with the scientific route,
right?
It's like, okay, well now we copied it, but what happens to what we call soul?
Right.
Right. What is the soul? Is it quantifiable? Like, can we transfer it? Is there only one? Or can we also duplicate the soul? And then you get into really trippy conversations, but they're fun if you think about it. If we ever reach, because sci-fi is just, it's you know, potential futures that haven't happened yet. You know, like we got cell phones through sci-fi.
Yeah.
Before they became a thing. We got video chat on sci-fi. So it begs the question, if we were ever able to do this, one, like you would definitely have to regulate it. I mean, we can already clone people. This is a reality. That's the easy part, but it's what's
the ethics.
But beyond that, like memories and consciousness and personality and all these things, like how much of that is quantifiable and something that we can realistically copy. But it's all numbers, it's all data. It's like the way that we perform, the way that we live, it's very much like a computer. It's ones and zeros. It's information being sent through electricity. So realistically speaking, at some point we're going to be able to do that, to do what they're doing here. But it still begs the question, who's who? And if both of you were to be conscious at the same time, like it starts to get into really trippy territory. How would you know that you're not a copy? Because they don't.
Right,
Obviously,
they
I don't think
don't.
you would.
Right.
You would always assume you are the original one. So, man, that's scary, especially if they got to put you under. And then you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, I did this thing, but you would never know if you were the copy or not. Scary, man. Fascinating. See, the movie's got us talking about it. So I think that is the fun part about what the script did here. I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was, again, like very deep stuff. Visually, it looked amazing. A lot of things here had me really impressed, like stuff like the reflections on the glass, the sunsets, the especially when they were on their platform, like wherever they lived, it looked extremely real. And then whenever they used the actual sets, like the desert and stuff like that, I was like, how are they, like, they're clearly combining some CGI with practical, but the blend is so seamless that you cannot tell. And they're doing a great job, like actually building the ship that he flies. And so whenever you have those moments where the ship is static, it's actually there. He can actually interact with the ship and you could see that. It doesn't feel fake. It's not something that's in his imagination. He actually gets to see it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that does wonders for an actor, like to be able to hold the props that you're supposed to be seeing as a character, because it takes a lot of weight away from, you know, your performance. You can just live in the moment and do what you got to do from an emotional standpoint, but you don't have to, like, you know, recreate this entire spaceship or the drone or the, you know, whenever he's working on the drone and stuff and he's got like all the parts. I was like, wow, this looks really, really good.
You can let everything that's happening around you externally actually affect you. You know, like the smell, the temperature of the room, the look, the texture of whatever it is that you're touching in that moment, right? Those little things, like, they really add into the performance. So you as the actor, you can just exist. You're just taking it all in and you're not, you know, in your head trying to kind of recreate something or imagine something. It does take a load off for the actor. And I have to say, like, aesthetically speaking, this movie was so beautiful. I can only imagine what this must have looked like in movie theaters, like, or an IMAX screen. Like, this was absolutely stunning. And I really loved the look that they chose for this post-apocalyptic world, like planet Earth. Usually you get, you know, it looks a little bit more dry and worn down, or, you know, sometimes it looks more overgrown and out of control. And here you see, you know, just nature taking over, which is what they said in the movie as well. Nature took over entirely. And with some remnants of what humanity has done, right? Structures, buildings, art, books, library, like there's still remnants of us, of humanity, just strewn around, and you just have to go look and find it.
Didn't it kind of remind you of like Horizon Zero Dawn?
Oh, so
Stuff
much.
Like that. It's a PlayStation game. If you guys have played it, you know what we're talking about. It's sci-fi as well.
Yeah,
but it deals with the same thing.
Absolutely, it really
actually
deals
with. Wait a second!
Like,
oh shit!
Especially like with the whole machines thing. Anyway,
we won't spoil the game for you guys if you haven't played it.
It's a great game.
There's a lot of things here that are a lot of similarities now. Actually, that I realize.
Like, I didn't want to say it during the reaction because I'm like, oh, maybe it's just me, like, you know, projecting. But now that you've said it, I feel good that it was just me that felt that way. But you know, it's something very interesting when you combine something very high tech with just raw nature as it is, right? Like, when you combine those two, you can get something very unique.
It's visually striking.
Yes.
Right? Having that contrast.
Yeah, absolutely. And visually striking, like, if there were a definition in the dictionary, this movie's title would be right there, because this was really, really stunning. I love the actual locations that they went to, you know, and the parts where they blended real places in the world, most likely Iceland, because it's always Iceland. I feel like it's always Iceland.
Probably.
You know, that, and then combine it with some CGI here and there. I think the blend of that was so impressive. But like the look itself, you know, I can only imagine what their lookbook for this would have been like.
Oh yeah,
right?
I was constantly thinking about the concept.
Right, the concept art of this must have been amazing, and I love the choices that they made. It actually felt very original. It didn't feel as depressing as like, oh, all is in ruins. You know, like you get like a super red or like super yellow filter just like slapped on top of it to make it look dry and, you know, irradiated or whatever the cause of the apocalypse was. This was very clean. And that's a surprisingly rare look for an apocalypse, right? And of course, it makes sense now because like these aliens, but it's also machines, aliens at the same time. And so the way that it would take over, it looks entirely different compared to something else, like a zombie apocalypse or whatever else. So I love that this is the path that they carved out for themselves to kind of separate this, because you wouldn't call this a post-apocalyptic movie. You call this a sci-fi, but it has a lot of post-apocalyptic movie or genre elements in it. And I really like that they kind of injected those here and there. I thought that made it very refreshing.
Yeah, it definitely helps also to convey that, you know, the emotion that we've been talking about, that nostalgia,
right?
The missing what the old world used to be and not having it here, yet it's still very much present in everything we don't see, but also what the character is dreaming of constantly. And I thought that immediately made us connect with his character, right? Because we all like, you know, to watch a nice game on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Right. We all like the barbecues. We all like to, you know, tune in and have those conversations with friends or neighbors. So immediately, like, we feel for him and he feels so isolated and lonely despite him having a partner up there. Right. It still feels like he's alone and that he's longing for something more real that feels like a ghost.
Right.
And I love how I think Tom Cruise did a great job at layering that performance and making it feel like his character was mourning something he knows he never really went through, but at the same time, because it's so trippy, he actually did. It's just he didn't know, I guess, and this body what exactly it was that he was looking for, but he just felt that when he connected with these things, it just kind of clicked.
Right.
And I thought that was a really fascinating way to, you know, introduce the character and make us connect to him connect with him at an emotional level. So when things start to go wrong, you're invested. You're like, dude, we know something is up and we want you to figure out the truth. But little do we know the truth is like it's
earth-shattering,
way crazier than he could ever expect, right?
Yeah.
Like when he finds his clone, like the way that he reacts to that, I think everybody could, you know, we put ourselves in his shoes and it's like, yeah, that's exactly how you would react,
Absolutely.
right? You don't want to hurt the person because it's you, but at the same time, you're like, wait, what the hell is going on? And I feel like he was trying to assess, like, is this a trick? Like, is somebody playing a trick on me? Like, is this a trap? Like, what the hell is this thing? Is it me? Until like slowly uncovers that no, it is him. This is not not an illusion.
Yeah. And it's interesting to watch him kind of try to make his current life work, right? He's still trying to find the joy in it. And it's like he has everything he needs if you think about it. You know, he has resources, he has food, he gets to fly around, see amazing, you know, sights. He has a beautiful girlfriend who's also his work partner, but nothing quite fits. And you see that, but he's trying to be happy. He's trying to have it be enough, but he just can't help push those boundaries. Dude, he can't help but ask those questions. And that makes him such a fun character.
You know, it's bad if he still can't get his mind off of it, even during pool sexy time. Like,
that's true.
My dude was like, wait, no, but that other girl though.
But the other one though.
But
that brunette though, man.
Dude. This was a great time. I wonder what people thought about it. I think, you know, maybe one of the negatives that people could see with this movie is that, like I said, it does not answer some of the questions being posed, which I think, you know, could be a little bit frustrating if you're looking for more of a concise ending. For one thing, it's a bit more profound to kind of leave it up in the air and let the audience decide. But then you got to ask those questions. You got to do that homework and it's up to you sort of thing. But I also think perhaps the pacing could have been a bit of an issue because it's a bit of a slower film.
It's a slower burn.
It's a slow burn sci-fi that injects these moments of exhilarating action here and there to keep the plot going. But for the most part, it develops slowly and you kind of have to just let the movie do its thing. So I could see maybe a lot of people who, I mean, I don't know why you would watch this if you're not a fan of sci-fi, because I feel like a lot of sci-fis have kind of trained us to be patient, right? To let the world be built so that we can assess if we enjoy it or not. And this movie definitely does that. It asks the audience to be patient and to just follow the same footsteps that the character is, you know, going through, like his journey, and just go with it. And I feel like if you are along for the journey, it's a great time.
Yeah.
If you're trying to figure out what's going on every step of the way, it might become a bit distracting. So this is one of the movies where you just kind of, for lack of a better term, I guess, turn off your brain and just let the movie do the work and just assimilate the information instead of trying to, because there's no way you could have guessed what the hell is going on here, right? So it's a waste of your time. And I think from that perspective, the pacing might have caught some people off guard. It definitely caught me off guard, but I enjoyed it. Like, I don't mind slower films that have these incredible sequences, like the one where he's flying and evading the drones. I was like, whoa, dude, like clearly a lot of inspiration from great sci-fis like Star Wars and that, you know, epic Han Solo flight, especially when he does the same maneuver at the end. I was like, okay, I was waiting. I was like, because it's just a spaceship and like now everything, it can't all be tied to, Han Solo. But then once he did the move, I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely a shout out to that sequence. And that was super cool to see. Unexpected, very unexpected. So the movie does give you those moments of like really fun action.
Yeah.
But the underlying themes are quite serious in tone. And I like the contrast there.
Yeah, me too. I think they made that contrast work really well. Me personally, I didn't have any issues with the pacing. I was a little surprised at the direction it was taking. I was like, oh, okay. So, there's a variety of sci-fi movies out there, but usually it's, you get a little bit more action and, you get like a shift in direction and tone in the story, like usually around the 20 to 30 minute mark, right, where things start to go wrong. This was a little bit different. This was very much built following a structure of a mystery where we get little bits of information revealed here and there until we get, one kind of big plot twist and then a really big one and then another one where you're like, oh, I thought the situation was bad. It's a lot worse than I imagined it to be. Especially when we see those little pods filled with a whole bunch of Jacks and a whole bunch of Vicas. That's just like, bro, how many?
It drives home the point.
Them? Yeah. My only issue with this is I would have loved to know a little bit more about the Tet and these aliens, their purpose. Obviously, we have Morgan Freeman's character telling us all about, how they kind of jump from planet to planet, draining it from its resources, and that's kind of how they stay alive, right? I feel like that's a little generic, especially for such a visually striking thing. Like the Tet, I feel like we could have used a little bit more of a stronger motivation to kind of match up to the strikingness of the visuals. It would have been nice to know, like, why these two? Why Jack and Vika, right? Why them, to kind of send them to planet Earth and have them guard the rigs, essentially, because that's what they're there for, right? They're the bodyguards of the rigs from the Scavengers. But
there's a reason why it was always just astronauts, because it was the people that can actually make it to space for them to kidnap them in there and copy them.
Yeah,
essentially. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like it's still like you could have come up with a bit more. I have
explanations, but they're not. I don't find them very compelling.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like they could have had a little bit more fun, with the lore. And there is a sweet spot where you don't want to over-explain something, especially because we did already get an exposition dump as to what happened on planet Earth. So like, are you spend another 10-15 minutes explaining what the aliens are? So like, I understand for timing purposes, they had to make a choice. We started off with this focused on Jack. The mystery is around him, where he's coming from, the whole clone situation. So that's the direction that they had to take. So I understand. But me personally, I would have loved a little bit more information on the aliens themselves, like just sprinkled in here and there. And there are different ways to convey information. It does not always have to be a monologue. It can literally just be him finding another flight recorder or something, a little piece of news where people are like, oh my God, I think this is what it is. Or, he's traveling around all the time. There are ruins. If anyone has played any game whatsoever, you can find notes or some other way to convey information. I feel like they could have done that. And that's literally the only little tidbit where I was just a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's got some issues for sure. And I could see why, because I haven't heard much about this movie. So anytime we don't hear much about it, it's like, it can be a hit or miss. It's like, okay, either it got received well, but it was like a niche audience, or something else happened. In the case of Edge of Tomorrow, I think it was just like a horrible marketing strategy, because like it didn't even have the same title that it released with. And we were like, wait, what? This had a different title? Live, Die, Repeat. Apparently, yeah, that was cool to learn about that.
Yeah.
But I wonder what people's take was with this. And I feel like as we progress, a lot of movies that seem okay to great films or good films back in the day now are starting to seem a lot better now that we're running out of films nowadays to watch that are at that level, which says a lot, especially from the visual department. I feel like this movie, you can't believe it, dude. It's 2013.
That's
and
fantastic.
It looks, I mean, it's not like that was a long time ago by any means. By 2013, we already had great effects. It's just some of the quality we're getting nowadays is just, they're not letting it cook in the oven
long
the amount
enough.
of hours then and months it needs to be. And you could tell. That's like a lot of people are complaining about that.
Right.
I still think that a lot of complaints that are happening nowadays are very cyclical and nonsensical
Yeah.
at the same time. It's just like people repeating stuff that they've been hearing from other people for years now. And it's just like this need to hate stuff so deeply without any real reason. Because we have gotten stuff that is decent, but people are not okay with average anymore. It's either freaking amazing and mind blowing or it's shit.
Right.
So it's like either you have like an experience like Avengers Endgame or I don't know, give me another great big blockbuster film out there, right?
Right.
Either you have that or it's shit. And that's not fair, right? And there's a whole spectrum of stories. It's okay to be an okay film.
Yeah.
Right? We need okay stories
I feel like
take the risk to ask questions like this.
Right. It kind
versus just throwing money at it to make it a bit more, I guess, amazing to watch and not focusing on the story department. And I feel like a lot of people now I like that they're a bit more critical. They just don't have a direction or baseline.
Right.
So they will say, there's even companies that do this. I'm not going to name any names, but it has 3 letters in them where they're giving She-Hulk a fucking 9 and then they're giving other shows a 6. And it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Anyhow,
and
just a little rant about how people are perceiving art, like this medium nowadays.
Yeah, it's interesting because like even though we have so much more access to information now than we ever did before, it feels like nobody's really interested in finding out information. You know what I mean? It's like it's a Google search away. Having some kind of criticism is absolutely valid. If you don't like, you know, if you don't like a movie, you just don't like the movie. That's fine. But
you don't have to like it.
I just don't understand this like diehard commitment to just because you didn't like it, now all of a sudden it's bad.
You gotta hate it.
You have to hate it.
You
and
can't
it's like,
find the good and the bad.
Yeah, and it's
like,
it's very reminiscent of like, which I find to be a little bit of a toxic narrative around art, where it's like, oh, like, you know, the worst thing as an artist you can do is be mediocre. And I'm like, that feels a little silly because I feel like you have to commit to do the best that you can, but especially with movies, it's never just about what the director envisions or the writer envisions. There's a million and one things that go into making a product, and it's never just the one person. It's a collaborative effort, and sometimes for the worst and sometimes for the best, right? It's like too many cooks in the kitchen will spoil the broth. That is what it is sometimes, and sometimes it works out great. But I feel like we need to also just be okay with giving a certain type of movie or a certain type of trope, give it time to evolve. I feel like everything needs to be perfect right now, immediately. Otherwise, just completely ignore it and shit on it. And we need to kind of learn a little bit more patience, right? I feel like not every criticism needs to be fueled with vitriol. Like, we can just be like, it wasn't for me.
Yeah, because like, for example, I completely agree. Like there's a lot of like sci-fi movies that have come out recently, and it's like people will complain if you try something new. Like we've mentioned this before. And then, then a director says, okay, you know what? Let me just follow similar beats that are not an exact copy.
That you loved before.
You loved, and there's still no winning. So at this point, I cannot take those criticisms seriously the same way that I'm sure Hollywood is not taking it seriously, because there's no baseline. It's nonsensical. Like I said, people they just want to like have this negative puke all over the place. And it's getting boring. Like I wish we had more of a conversation where people say, I hated this film, but I loved this about it.
Right.
One thing, right? Like say something nice. Or I love this movie, but I hated this about it. Like we can have those conversations. And I feel like people don't see the nuance anymore.
No.
Like we got some comments here and there where it's like, oh guys, you love everything. I'm like, well, shit, you're either deaf or blind or you don't stick for the conversations, because we do always point out the good and the bad. And I feel like a lot of people need that from whatever content they are absorbing. They need to get a clear emotional reaction or an emotional direction to inform them of how they should feel. And it's like, dude, it's not my job to give you an opinion. My job is to share my opinion with you, and then you can make up your mind if you want to watch it or if you agree with my opinion on what we watched, given that we're watching the same medium. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's not to inform how you should feel about the film. And I feel like a lot of people, like we've gotten these comments here and there where it's like, oh, you never talk badly about a film. It's like, no. We don't shit on a film.
Right. There's a difference.
We do criticize it, but we do it constructively. And I just, anyway, how do we get here? Oh, because of the sci-fi thing, right? Like there's a lot of, especially with this medium, I wish we could go back into this discussion. And it's like, the movie, all this is to say, I think this movie's okay. I think it's not the best sci-fi out there, but definitely not the worst. And I thought the themes are so layered and definitely kept me entertained. And it's a profound question with a lot to unpack. Wish they could have gone there. Wish we could have gotten more information. That is all.
Yeah.
So you see, there's a lot of things we loved, some things we think it could have been better. So it's a balanced, nuanced conversation.
Yeah.
No love, no hate, just it is what it is.
Fine.
Good.
Yes. And like I really enjoyed this movie in the sense of what it accomplished and the kind of doors that this would open, right, for the future.
Yeah.
And we have to just be okay with that, because everyone, you know, they'll shit on a movie and 20 years later when all of a sudden it picks up, right? Because all of a sudden people realize that it actually wasn't a piece of shit.
Dude.
Prime example being The Thing.
I was
all
just
of a
thinking
sudden,
about that movie.
it's like, you know, people love to pretend like they were on the right side of history at the time.
I always love that movie.
Yeah, I totally love that movie.
I was one of those.
I'm a hipster. I loved it when it first came out, before everyone else came around. It's like, no, you fucking didn't. You didn't show up for it. In fact, you were there with everyone else shitting on it, not even stopping to consider what it is about it that you really don't like. And it's like this constant regurgitation of what you're not supposed to like, what you are supposed to like. There's an audience out there for everything. Okay, for everything. And we need everything. We can't just have the same movies and the same context and the same tropes over and over and over again. So like in that sense, I do understand the fatigue that audiences are experiencing right now, because it really does feel like we're just getting the same shit over and over and over again.
Well, the problem nowadays
you know?
is that we're getting bombarded with content.
Yes.
And it's happening so fast, and it's so much more than ever before, that it feels like a throwaway thing. It doesn't feel special anymore. Therefore, people
like an
don't,
event.
People don't take the necessary time to process what they just watched. They just make an immediate assessment of what it is and don't give it much thought. And then it's always that. It's either it's been years since I've heard, aside from obviously professional critics who work in this environment and they do this for a living, every other like person that I know in personal life or, you know, friends and whatnot, they have a very strong reaction to everything. It's, I hate this. I love this. I hate this. I'm like, there's no way. Like this product is not as bad as you're saying
really
it is.
not.
Or
It's
it's
really
not
not.
that great either. Like there's a lot of issues, but yet you don't want to talk about those issues. So I hope that we can go back into that, you know, level of conversation where it can better inform artists as to what people want.
Right.
Nowadays.
It's really hard to tell nowadays.
It's
really
a yo-yo
hard.
effect. It's how you do something to appeal a specific audience. And the point of the story, moral of the story, don't do it to appease an audience. Do it because you love the story that you're telling. And if it's genuine and authentic enough,
you'll find your people.
Will find it. I feel like there's a lot of problems with scripts coming out, and this I will point out, where I think there's a lot of things that are inauthentic and not as genuine as they could be to appease a specific mass of people. And then you either land on one side of the fence or the other for this, but a lot of people will either call out the, you know, non-genuous nature of it being in the script, and a lot of people will just hate it for it being in the script to begin with, and then you don't win. So just, can we go back to having cool, fun movies that people are excited to watch?
Conducive conversations about why
and they can build upon human nature and like where we're at right now. I mean, there's so much you could do and so many things you could tell. Again, as we always say, stories have been told a million times over. You're not going to come out with something new. For those of you who are expecting something that's going to become mind-blowing, it's going to be really hard to do that. It requires a lot of creativity. I'm not saying you can't do it. You absolutely can. It's about how you tell the story.
Yes.
And I feel like the more we, first of all, we have this whole sequel epidemic going on, right? And reboot, and there hasn't been
reboots and remakes.
there hasn't been a creative concept that has taken the world by storm. I feel like since Avatar, maybe?
Yeah, I would say like Inception, Interstellar was like the last
Nolan
of
films. Yes, they definitely they leave a mark.
Nolan does, but like I feel like those were the last like whimpering squawks of creativity. And
I'm hearing a lot of people, going nuts over Sinners right now. That's in theaters.
See, I can't wait to check that one out.
Yeah,
again,
so,
like it is how you tell the story.
Yeah.
It is all about how you tell the story and the conduit that helps you convey the emotions that you're feeling, and again, nuance, right? And it's we need to be open for that, and we need to show just a little bit more of generosity of spirit when it is appropriate. I'm not saying don't have negative feelings about any type of content out there. Absolutely, you're totally entitled to it, but we need to just stop trying to put everything in a box and categorize it. Like everything has to be categorized. It doesn't need to be. Sometimes it can just be fine. It's a fine movie. And that doesn't mean that it failed. It means it's just a fine movie. And we need to be fine with that, I feel like.
I feel like we are fine with that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this with us. Let us know your thoughts on the film. We would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
See ya.